She called me one day and she said, "You know, Mom, I'm thinking of getting another job. And one of my girlfriends works at this club. The only issue with it is that I would have to wear pasties." And I said, well, I guess, Michelle, if you're comfortable with that, then that's what you need to do. And then she says, my other option is that I could be a dominatrix working in an S&M club. And I said, you know, Michelle, I think you're going to look wonderful in pasties.
It's very psychological, very mental for me. I play a lot of mental domination games with my slave. I'm not necessarily hardcore into the pain aspect, but I question things like, why would someone want to be publicly humiliated? Why would that turn them on? Is it because of their childhood? Is it because they're sick and up and perverted? And I wonder those things about myself because I don't consider myself to be quote-unquote normal sexually at all.
I'm not particularly too fond of her being a dominatrix and all. It's about sexual stimulation. As one of our friends said, after Michelle worked on his wife for a while, like he was telling us how he had to finish where she left off. Obviously that's a sexual stimulation. People can get off by that. And I'm not particularly happy with that she shares that with other people. You're not really learning anything, you're only doing what you know. Like when you work on someone by yourself, you're not learning anything new, right? You're just doing what you know.
Absolutely not. I'm learning an immense amount of stuff by working on someone, or else I wouldn't be doing it. It's all about learning how the human mind works.
It's not that I have the problem with, it's the sexuality behind it. My concern here is on the other people involved. And we've discussed that quite a few times. And it's always ended up in the same stalemate.
I never planned on ingesting someone else's blood or having them take out mine, let alone having them do it with an audience and someone there recording the event. So the fact that I was doing like those dark things that I never thought I would do, that was really exhilarating to me. My mom's Southern Baptist. My parents married as virgins. They'd never tried drugs. They'd never even been drunk. They didn't have any experience with any alternative sexuality at all. My mom and dad then saw like all the scars on my shoulder. To them, they couldn't understand it. They were like, why would you let someone do this to you? Why would you do this to yourself? And all I could do was cry and say, you know, I don't know. I don't know.
There's only so many ways you can have sex. So she's seeking out more ways. Well, can't say you're not creative, right?
You just kind of have to know the right people and ask them to train you. What do they know that I don't?
So what do you want to do tonight?
I really want to be totally and completely subjugated for the entire length of the evening. I want to put the collar on out here.
How nice to see you kids here.
I want to do some kind of heavy stuff. I mean, I want to really push my own boundaries. I want to be able to put myself totally and completely into your hands.
It's property of Batman.
And just trust you to whatever you're going to do to me, I have to accept it.
I think we can do that.
I remember watching Batman do a scene, and he was incredibly talented. I was just completely amazed. He has these like giant fangs that he wears, and he bit one of his girls that he was working on, and I was just amazed that this girl wanted it.
They have no boundaries for love. It includes violence, which is a part of humanity. And for them to be able to like release that through their love and not really hurt each other is beautiful.
When you know I love you.
Because you know your pain's my pleasure. And when you give me your pain like that, nothing's more beautiful to me.
That made me want to learn. I'd really like to get my nipples pierced, and I would like for my boyfriend to do that, because I think that that would kind of be an expression of trust.
I'm kind of scared because having your nipples pierced for a woman, I don't know for a man if it's different, but I have extremely sensitive nipples as it is. You could just touch them lightly and I'm like, ah! So